Greetings of the day. Let us look into the outcomes for the present session. The outcomes are: learners will recap the meaning of costing. Learners will also look at the different methods of costing. Costing. Let us have a quick recap of what costing is. It is the technique or process for ascertaining the cost of a product or service. The processes or techniques which we use to ascertain the cost of a product or service is called as costing. It simply means cost finding by any process or technique. The technique consists of principles and rules which govern the procedure of ascertaining the cost. So there are different techniques which are followed in costing, and when we follow this technique, that technique or the process of calculating the cost is called as costing. We will now look into the different methods of costing. Now, the general fundamental principles of ascertaining cost are the same in every system of cost accounting. So, the main base, that is the general principles of ascertaining the cost of a product, are generally similar in all systems of cost accounting. But the method of analyzing them and the method of presenting the cost vary from industry to industry. Though the base is similar, but the way we present the cost data and the way they are analyzed, that varies from industry to industry. And different methods of costing are used because these business enterprises vary in their nature and in the type of products or services they produce or render. So that is the major reason of having different methods of costing. Let us now look into the different methods of costing which are followed by different industries based on their nature. So just quickly have a look at the different methods of costing. We have job costing, contract costing, batch costing, terminal costing, operation costing, process costing, unit or output costing, operating costing, multiple or composite costing, and departmental costing. All these various methods are followed by the industries. The base of principles behind every method is similar, but the way we analyze the cost and we present the data differs from one method to another. And according to the situations in the industries adopt the method of costing. We will look into the details of each one. So first let us look into job costing. Job costing is a system where costs are ascertained in terms of specific jobs or orders. And these specific jobs or orders are not comparable with each other. Every job is different. You can take the example of a printer, the person who is printing and giving papers. You can take the example of a tailor. So like that, every job is different here. You can take the example of a garage shop, a repair shop, an engine and machine construction. So the jobs cannot be compared with one another. So the system of costing which is used where different jobs are done, that type of costing is called as job costing. The industries where this method of costing is generally applied are printing press, shipbuilding, house building, engine, machine construction, repair shops, etc. So there are all different things here. Every job is different. So for every job, the costing procedure has to be done. The next method of costing is contract costing. Although contract costing also comes under, is not much different and it comes under job costing, it is convenient to treat contract cost accounts separately. This term is generally used in industries where large scale contracts are carried out. For example, the contract of constructing a building, the contract of constructing a dam. So for such large scale works, we call it as contract costing. Here also each contract is different from other, but the procedure of contract costing is little different from the procedure of job costing. We will look into the other methods of costing. The next one is batch costing. Batch costing is also similar and it is a type of job costing. A batch of similar products is regarded as one job and the cost of this complete job is ascertained. So here an entire batch of similar products, it is called as one batch, one job, and the cost of this complete batch will be calculated. It is then used to determine the unit cost of the articles produced. It should, however, be noted that the articles produced should not lose their identity in manufacturing operations. So that means if an industry is producing a batch of similar products, then the technique where we apply to calculate the entire cost of the batch is called as batch costing. We move forward to the next method, which is called as terminal costing. This method is again a type of job costing. The method emphasizes the essential nature of job costing. That is, here the cost can be properly terminated at some point and related to that particular job. So if the cost is related to that particular part, then it can be terminated at some point and related to the given job. The next one is operation costing. Operation costing is adopted when it is desired to ascertain the cost of carrying out an operation in a department. For example, welding. So any small operation, so the entire cost of carrying out that operation, if we are calculating that cost, we call it as operation costing. For large undertakings, it is frequently necessary to ascertain the cost of various operations. So in large undertakings, the cost of each operation has to be ascertained. For example, cost of welding, cost of assembly, cost of painting. So everything has to be ascertained separately. And the method of costing we use for this is called as operation costing. The next one is process costing. If a product passes through distinct stages of production, the output of one process being the input of another process, it is frequently desired to ascertain the cost of each stage or process of production. So this method is called as process costing. Here, one product will pass through different stages of production or processes. And after one stage is completed, the output of that stage will become the input of the next stage. And then again the input of second stage will become the output of second stage will become the input of the third stage. In such cases, the cost of each process has to be ascertained. And then the total cost of the product is finally ascertained. So this method of costing is called as process costing. And this method is applicable in the industries where products are manufactured in different processes. Like examples are like textile industries, chemical industries, oil refineries, paper manufacturing, etc. So we'll move forward. The next method of costing is unit or single or output or single output costing. So we can call it as unit costing, output costing, or single output costing. This method is used where a single article is produced or a service is rendered by continuous manufacturing activity. So the manufacturing activity is done only to produce one single article. The cost of the whole production cycle is ascertained as a process or series of processes, and the cost per unit is arrived by dividing the total cost by the number of units produced. So here the entire cost of production is calculated, and then we calculate the per unit cost by dividing the cost with the number of units. This method is suitable in industries like brick making, collieries, flour mills, cement manufacturing, etc. We'll move forward to the next method, which is called as operation costing. So this method is applicable where services are rendered rather than goods being produced. So this is a method which is applicable for services. The procedure is same as in the case of single output costing. The total expenses of the operation are divided by the number of units and the cost per unit of service is arrived at. This method is generally employed in railways, in road transport, in water supply undertakings, telephone services, hospital services, etc. We will move forward. The next method of costing is multiple or composite costing. So some products are so complex that no single system of costing is applicable to them. So one system of costing cannot be suitable to that industry or product. So there we follow multiple methods of costing to calculate the cost of the product. It is generally used where there are a variety of components separately produced and subsequently assembled in a complex production. The total cost here will be ascertained by computing the component cost which are collected by job or process costing and then aggregating the cost through the use of single or output costing system. So what we do here is the different components cost we calculate with the help of job costing. Then we add up all the job costings, the cost of all job costings together, and then we calculate the cost of the entire product using the single or output costing method. That means we are applying two or more methods of costing for these products. This method is applicable to manufacturing concerns producing motor cars, aeroplanes, machine tools, sewing machines, etc. Such type of products are made up of components, various components which have to be manufactured separately. So then we find out the cost of each part separately and then find out the cost of the entire unit. The last but not the least, the method of costing is departmental costing. When costs are ascertained department by department, then that method is called department costing. Generally, for ascertaining the cost of various goods or services produced by the department, the total cost will have to be analyzed, say by the use of job costing or unit costing. So here we are finding the cost of each department separately. So I guess the concept of methods of costing is clear. We have looked into the different methods of costing properly. So that's it for the current session. Thank you.